So I want to do a talk here about permaculture at my farm. This is Mottainai Farm. I just started it basically a year ago, clearing it, and these are hugel beds, and I've got everything planted in here: tomatoes, sunflowers, basil, you name it. Different types of hyssop. There's chai. Pretty much everything growing together. This is rape and some other sort of spicy daikon. I got my first fruit there. Those are cherries. Try one. They're a little bitter. The first few is kind of bitter, but really what I wanted, they look so good. I want to try one. Wow, they're just perfect. Pretty damn good. Spit the seed out. Maybe it'll grow. So what I want to point out is, I've got potatoes here. This is shade. Potatoes supposed to be like the sun. These potatoes are basically shooting up like you wouldn't believe. There was Nanohana, this rape here. This is the second generation. I pulled it out and put it in here. And something else that I noticed is my potatoes over here that are in the sun, in sandy soil, which is usually more like the soil potatoes like. It's more of a sandy soil. They're just not doing well at all, right? Let me show you. These potatoes just haven't been growing. I've been putting ground cover. I've been hitting them with, worm tea and everything else. I just added, these are sticky potatoes. I just added those today out here with the other potatoes. And something I've noticed too is my beans are getting eaten up here. These are beans. Now, something I noticed is that wherever this weed is growing, I don't know what this weed is, right? Here it is right here, and I've got it all over the place growing up here. I haven't really been cutting it because I think it's a flower the bees are going to like. Basically wherever it's growing, I don't have any of it here, and my strawberries just got hammered by those beetles. However, I have a lot of it growing in here, or I did have, right? And here it is right here. Here it is over here. And I have very little damage. Now, there isn't, if you look at this stuff, again, I don't know what this is, but bugs aren't eating it. So what I'm going to do actually is use this stuff to make my compost tea. Here's compost tea here. Right, this is compost tea, not worm tea, compost tea. Looking great. And I'm going to basically collect a bag of this stuff. I've got it all in here, and there's very little damage. There's some here, right? Something's been eaten. This is my rhizome berry, so I don't mind. Stuff's been eaten. Not a lot have been eating the hyssop here. Here's a potato looking good. As you can see, I kind of cleared out the Nanohana to give these guys more room, right? Potato and other stuff doing well. So the point of permaculture is really observing. And there's a lot of other examples I could show you. For example, all my blueberries that I have out here really aren't doing that great. Actually, except for one. So here's a blueberry in here, and I'm gonna, he is just not doing that well. He's in the sun. He's got ground cover around it. He's growing a little bit, but just not doing really well. And I've got another one over there which has really no ground color, also has sun, not doing that well. However, I come over here in the shady area, I think this blueberry is really looking good. It's growing, it has good growth. Now, the sun comes up over here, so it doesn't get a lot of sun. Blueberry's supposed to like sun. Well, in my situation, I'm going to plant more blueberries in this area here, right? Another example is the tomato. I've got tomatoes on this side, which has much less sun, which is doing pretty good. I got tomatoes all up in here, right? This is more sun, less sun. I've got tomatoes. This potato looks awesome. I don't have any tomatoes on this area here, but I do have some tomatoes here, and they're just not going that well. I don't know, maybe they are. They don't look going that well. These guys just haven't been growing. These guys I just added, and these were a deeper pot, and these are doing better. So a deeper pot tomato looks like it's doing a lot better than the shallow. If I show you, this was a small tomato plant that I planted, and it just hasn't taken off, right? However, these deep pot tomatoes, which were my 1 liter carton, are doing a lot better. So what I'm learning is where to plant the plants, how they grow, and the impact that the farm is going to have on basically on the plants. So every environment is different, and basically I know next year where and what I'm going to plant, I know I'm going to plant more blueberries over there. These strawberries are doing a lot better over here, right? However, in early spring they were doing a lot better here. So depending on the the location, everything else, it has an impact on it. I've got these are tomato plants right here, in here. I have lots of tomatoes all over the place. This guy's doing really well, right? And so it's hard to say. Now that sunflower looks like what happened to it. And look at this guy's here. Look at this. This is garlic. Look at this garlic, competing with these other plants and just reaching up for the sky. That's great, and it's going to have flower here. So the garlic and these other plants are going to, compete. And all this rape is ultimately going to get moved out. Here's this plant here. I don't know. I'm going to go around and collect it in a bag. I'm going to make that compost tea from it. Here's another blueberry doing better. So I'm probably going to do more blueberries and stuff in this area here versus over in that direction, only because they're doing better. So it's all about observing and basically testing. So instead of assuming where plants are going to do well, what I'm doing is I'm acting I don't know, and just planting them. Here's a good looking tomato, and it's kind of fallen over, which is fine, right? Kind of like a runner that has no bugs on it whatsoever. Here's spider. Here's my spider. I made a little nest there. My worm baskets. This guy here, I don't know what happened to this big old boy. Too much water, who knows, but he's fallen over, can't get up. More tomatoes. Here's basil, garlic. This is bee balm. I can't wait for this to flower. It's going to be the first bee balm flowering, and it's different. This is a different bee balm than this bee balm here that I bought. Right? I bought some seeds and I was given some bee balm, so it's going to be interesting. I want the bee balm to mix. I want to create a new bee balm, so hopefully the bee balms are going to mix. Here's a plum tree in here, looking pretty good. Ladybug on it. Actually, the ladybug is killing the ladybug came out and killed all the aphids. There were aphids, and ladybug just ate them all. So I didn't have to do anything. The little ladybug came and cleaned off the tree for me. So that's actually pretty damn cool. So, I would say permaculture is all about observing and learning and applying that knowledge you learn, and don't worry about it. Don't worry about what the book says, where to plant stuff. Don't worry about, those guidelines so much. In many respects, I think it's better to know less, because you're not influenced, and then basically your land, your soil. I have so many different kinds of soil here. That's something else I could talk about. I've got this clay. This is actually pretty good soil in here, right? This is kind of clayish soil here, right? I've got sandy soil. If I come over here, look at this soil here. This is actually sandy. Where is it? Up here, I guess sandy. It doesn't look sandy, but it actually is more sandy. Up here is kind of more sandy-ish, right? Clayish sand. I've got white clay. This is lots of clay there, but the sunflowers are doing pretty good there. And You know, I've got this mystery soil over here, which I have no idea what it is. I can't find it anywhere. Show you it real quick. Go down here. These blackberries. I don't know what these are, but this tree is dropping blackberries. I wonder if these are... I mean it. You know, I don't know what they are, but they don't taste bad. It lets me keel over and die here. You know, I got here's more tomatoes here, more tomatoes there. Bean growing up here. Here's this mystery soil right here. Really strange. It's super fine sediment soil, lots of colors, but shit doesn't like it that much. I tested it, right? So I tested the soil, and it's not a good. I mean, I think it's a good soil to mix and stuff, but it's not a good soil to. You know, those blackberries taste good. Kind of but where are they coming from? I really like the taste of those blackberries. What is it? It's kind of. I think it's a cherry. It's a cherry. It's a different kind of cherry. It's a kind of cherry coming out of this tree here. It definitely is cherry. So they're good. So I've got cherries dropping, and they've turned black. They're really dark red, purple. Well, I don't know where. So eating. Oh, that's right here. This one right here. That's here. I like it. So I need to try to make a cutting of this and make it lower. I can see the black cherry on it. It's got black cherries on this cherry tree. So anyway, that's it. Permaculture at my farm.